Welcome to ProjectME, the podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany Carter, the founder of ProjectME, multimillionaire entrepreneur, former TV newscaster, money-making expert, female empowerment speaker, and self-proclaimed office supply addict. My mission is to take the mystery out of making big money. Every week on ProjectME, the podcast, I'll share success tips, strategies, and stories from other entrepreneurs, experts, and millionaires, showing you exactly how you can achieve your most exceptional life. Now let's get to it. Exciting announcement for all of my listeners. I've officially opened my exclusive group, the ProjectME Passive Income Posse, to the public. This group is by application only, so we can keep the group high vibe and spend our time, energy, and expertise only helping those of you who truly want massive success and impact. You get live weekly trainings from me, special guest coaches, and direct access to me and my business partner for all of your questions. To learn more and apply, go to projectmewithtiffany.com, click on Work With Me, and select ProjectME Posse. And of course, any questions, feel free to DM me at ProjectME with Tiffany. Welcome to the podcast and posse, ProjectME with Tiffany Carter. I'm your host, Tiffany, and I am going to tell you today what is required of you to take your business to the next level. A little warning here, you might not like the answer, especially if your ego and your entire nervous system wants to keep you feeling safe and comfortable. Well, that's the first thing that's going to have to go if you want to take your business to the next level. We don't get to have it both ways. You know the saying, you can't have your cake and eat it too? Is that what it is? I don't know. I might have screwed it up. If I did, and that's not how it goes, you can DM me and let me know. But you can't have it both ways. You can't stay feeling safe and comfortable and also get to the next level in your business. If you dare try, which I've watched many of you do, and in fact, many of the people who end up coaching with me privately are in this exact zone where they've gotten so far in their business, they've made some money. Some of them have even, hit six figures a couple times, have had a few, 5-figure months and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, well, I don't know what's going wrong. Why can't I get past this? Clearly something's working, but then it's not working to the point of getting it past this mark, or it's not consistent. I may have had a couple good months and then nothing. What's going wrong? It always boils down to two things. It's a mindset issue on feeling worthy of having that consistency and having that real success. And maybe some months you've got your mindset managed and other months you don't. And then that is clearly shown and displayed in your earnings. It's a direct correlation. And the other thing is you're wanting so badly to have it both ways. We don't get to avoid being embarrassed. We don't get to avoid making mistakes. We don't get to avoid having pie on our face. We don't get to avoid failure and also be able to take your business to the next level of where you want to go. That next level could mean you even making money. Maybe you're in network marketing or some kind of sales, whether it's, you are an employee or an entrepreneur. You have an online, store, or maybe you're a makeup artist or hairstylist, whatever it is. Maybe it's that you're not really making that much at all. Maybe you're making a good amount, but you want to take it to the next level and it's not working. Maybe there's no consistency. Well, you can't have it both ways. You can't stay safe, kind of play small, kind of dip your toe in the water, maybe once in a while put your one foot in the water and be able to have the success. Entrepreneurship and having a business and a lasting brand requires both feet in, fully submerged. In fact, I like to say you better be neck in that damn water if you really want to go after it. And most people who have a strong desire to have a business, to have a brand, you guys aren't just like doing it for like a vanity show and, oh, let's just see where it goes. It doesn't matter. I know you guys are doing it because you want to create a legacy. You want to help as many people as possible. And yes, you want to make a crap ton of cash while you're doing it, and you damn well should. But you then can't have that other stipulation of, but I don't want to be too uncomfortable, or I don't want to have to like work too much, or I can't work on the weekends because of my kids, or summers are really tough for me, or, no, it doesn't work like that. You're going to feel all the feelings, uncomfortable feelings, frustrated feelings, on your knees crying feelings when you go neck deep in the waters of going after your dreams. There is no way to just kind of dabble. And I love analogies. Let's use relationships as an example, whether they're like love, romantic relationships or friendships. Those friendships and relationships that are dabblers, meaning it's surface conversation. This isn't your go-to person to call when you need somebody. This is not someone you call and say, I'm having a hard day, or can you come help me? This is not your, person on your favorites list on your phone. Those are dabblers. They're surface. You're not all in with this person. If they left your life, you wouldn't be devastated. You're not all in. Same with, you're dating someone. If you wouldn't be terribly upset if they left your life, you're certainly not all in, right? And I don't mean like where you're immobile and you can't function. That would be #codependency. That's a whole nother episode. But you guys see what I'm saying is like the real fulfilling friendships, the real fulfilling love relationships, those come out of being all in. I don't mean you're giving the person like you're all in every bit of you, but you're all in. You're present. You're uncomfortable. You're vulnerable. You show them sides of you that, aren't as flattering, right? That's what you have to do in your business. I'm sure you've heard authors talk about like, putting out a book is like birthing a baby. What they mean by that is the emotional process of writing a book and putting a book out there and all the insecurities and all the shit that comes up. That's what they mean by that. It's so much stuff comes up in doing that it's exhausting and equally as fulfilling. The same thing is when you really go neck deep in that water of going after your dreams and what you want. It's terrifying. Because what we start looking for is, I want validation that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I want validation that this is going to work. I'm doing the right thing. God, give me a sign here. Please give me a sign here. I need a sign there. Well, guess what God and the universe are going to do? Oh, really? You need a sign in order to keep going? So you'll only keep going if you want a sign? Well, then we're not going to give you a sign because obviously you don't want it bad enough because you're depending on a sign in order to keep going. And that's not someone who truly wants it. So now you're not going to get a damn sign. And I'm sure many of you are laughing right now going, oh my God, I just asked for a sign. Well, maybe this was your sign right now. Maybe this was your sign and going, stop asking for a sign. Yes, you can ask sometimes for a sign, but if you keep asking for a sign out of that like kind of dependent, desperate, scared energy, you're likely not going to get a sign, or you're not going to get a clear sign. Okay? You don't always need a sign. Your sign is coming from within you and in your soul and in your intuition. You wouldn't have this idea, this dream, if it is that big inside of you. It would not be inside of you if you weren't supposed to go all in with it. It just wouldn't be inside of you. There's plenty of people on this earth that never have those dreams, that they're perfectly happy in a factory job. They're happy being a waitress. They're happy working at, Target. They're happy being a teacher. They're happy being an executive at a company somewhere, right? You have this in you for a reason. And if you've had it and it's not going away, it wasn't something like you just had champagne one night and you had this amazing grand idea. It's something that's been in you for months, or like in my case, right? I had the idea, I shouldn't say more than an idea, the full idea and most of a business plan for ProjectME for 10 years before I started it. 10 years I sat on it. But the timing was divine for it because it wouldn't have been in integrity if I started it any sooner. Once in a while, I go, God, imagine if I had started this right when like Instagram came out or something like that. But it wouldn't have been in integrity because I needed to hit my rock bottom and go through the dark night of the soul for my own stuff in order to show up as I can for you today and teach you in the way I teach you today. So just take a moment and go, me having this dream and desire inside of me that won't go away. It's always there. It might be in the back of my head sometimes. Maybe it's in the forefront of my mind. Maybe it lives in my gut. Maybe it comes out in meditation, whatever. That wouldn't be here if I wasn't meant to do something with it. That's your damn sign. That's your damn sign right there. So I want you guys to take that with you today. It is my birthday week, so I want to leave you with some hard charging episodes to make sure you guys don't quit on yourself. Don't quit on something that you have so deeply inside of you when you honestly have only dipped your toe in or maybe 1 foot in the water. You need to be neck deep, and not for a month and not for 6 months. You need to be neck deep until, and then guess what? You'll see the results of it, and then you'll put your head in, and then it's all done from there, right? I'm fully submerged. There is no quitting. I am uncomfortable multiple times a week. Very freaking uncomfortable. And that's when I know I'm doing it right. This is just part of it. I'm uncomfortable. I had a meltdown over the weekend. Some shit happened in my business. Someone didn't follow through with something. I ended up having to do it myself for hours and hours, even though I paid someone else to do this. Welcome to entrepreneurship. Anyone who's ever owned a store, like an in-person brick and mortar business, knows how that feels. You're like, you're the owner of the business, and there you're like, unclogging a toilet. It was that kind of a situation, and it didn't feel good. I was really pissed off, but I had to let it go. That's part of being in business. I'm fully submerged now. There's no quitting. That doesn't mean there aren't shit days, but I'm in it because there is no other way. Could I start backing up even though I'm fully submerged and go back to like dipping my toe in? And I could, but you all would feel it and sense it, and it doesn't work. So take it from someone who knows. This is my second company. My first business that I still have is a 7-figure business. That ProjectME has been in business in just over a year, and I hadn't even offered anything to sell until a year. Like, I only have been actually monetizing this for a year, and we're at about $270,000 gross. That's pretty good. Net is like, I don't know, 150, 165. I haven't done the full math on that yet because I've invested a lot of money back in the business, and I'm growing my personal development and some other things. But I want you guys to hear that. And it wouldn't look this way if I didn't go all in. I knew that from my first business. My first business, I didn't know. And I spent years spinning my wheels because I wanted to stay safe. So if you believe me, you respect me, you admire me, and you trust me, have that takeaway from today and just go, fuck it, I'm jumping in. And you're not alone. You've got me. I open it up to you to DM me at any time. I spend 2 hours every single day in my DMs. So you're certainly not alone. So you can't tell yourself that story either. You guys love this episode on my birthday week. Give me a birthday present, pretty please. You can share this episode and tag me on social media. Tag me at ProjectME with Tiffany. Share the show. And if you want to give me extra icing on my birthday cake, please leave me a written podcast review on iTunes. It would mean the world to me. I read each and every one of them, and they warm my heart so much. I pour so much love and focus and attention and effort into putting on the show for you guys, and that'd really be the best birthday present I could ask from any one of you. So wishing you great health, wealth, and worth as always. Love you guys. If you enjoyed this podcast, please write a 5-star review on iTunes. Not only will this make me super happy, but it will allow more listeners to find our special show. Simply help me help others.